हाँ वो दिख रहा है।
चलिए खराब हो गया ना, ले लेते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, काम तो कर रही है लाइक।
मैं करता हूँ सर्वर क्लास।
रिकॉर्डिंग हुई है, वो बाद में चली जाएगी ना, कोई बाद में आएगा सुन। तो आज से हमारा रिवीजन स्टार्ट हो रहा है, स्टार्टिंग विद द चैप्टर ग्रेविटेशन, एज almost everyone is having this chapter in your school examination the month of December as term to gravitation. ऑलरेडी हम इसको कर चुके हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट, तो मैं कॉन्सेप्ट को डिस्कस करूंगा नहीं। आई स्विच ओवर डायरेक्टली टू द क्वेश्चंस, राइट। तो हम डायरेक्ट इसके क्वेश्चंस की तरफ बढ़ेंगे। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं, जिससे मैं पूछूंगा वही आंसर देगा। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट वुड बी द आंसर ऑफ द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन? It has to be D. D is correct because the gases have requirement of energy, or we can say requirement of velocity or energy to escape from the surface, right? बिल्कुल, क्योंकि ना इसका रीजन ये है कि escape velocity is the speed with which an object, right, traveling. हाँ बिल्कुल सही बात है। हाँ वेट, समझ को मालूम है क्या करना है, समझ में बता चुका हूँ, स्टार्ट डूइंग इट, राइट। क्या वन MCQ और केस स्टडी बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस पहले ख़त्म करने हैं, फिर आज का टारगेट है 2 मार्क्स 3 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चन दोनों के ख़त्म करने हैं, राइट। जो है कल कार्बन कंपाउंड वाले भी, और सेकंड का आंसर क्या होगा? व्हाट वुड बी द आंसर ऑफ द, सो स्टूडेंट्स हु विल अटेंड द सेशन एज ए वीडियो सेशन इन द नियर फ्यूचर, उनको मैं बताना चाहूँगा कि ये चैप्टर कॉन्सेप्ट हम ये चैप्टर का रिवीजन ले रहे हैं, और ये मान के ले रहे हैं कि यू पीपल नो द कॉन्सेप्ट बिहाइंड ग्रेविटेशन। यहाँ कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं पढ़ाया जा रहा, यहाँ सिर्फ उन क्वेश्चंस को लिया जा रहा है जो कि चैप्टर से रिलेटेड इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, राइट। सेकेंड क्वेश्चन का आंसर कौन देगा? इफ यू नो द आंसर देन टेल मी। गौरांश क्या आंसर होगा? 4 टाइम्स, 4 टाइम्स द करेक्ट आंसर, वेरी गुड। तो सेकंड क्वेश्चन का आंसर जो होगा 4 टाइम होगा। किसको डाउट है इसके अंदर? क्योंकि फार्मूला क्या लगेगा? GMM डिवाइडेड बाई R², राइट। तो GM तो हो गया 2M, राइट, दूसरी बॉडी का भी 2M हो गया, तो ऑब्वियसली 4 टाइम्स हो गया। सी का क्या, सी का आंसर कितनी का आप बताओ? सॉरी, थर्ड क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 का आंसर दीजिए। कितनी का क्या आंसर होगा? शुभम तुम्हारे अकॉर्डिंगली क्या आंसर होगा सी का? एक्सीलेंट आंसर, करेक्ट। सबको, किसी को डाउट तो नहीं है इसमें? अच्छा, फोर्थ क्वेश्चन का आंसर बताइए। फोर्थ का आंसर निकल जाए तो हाथ खड़ा करेंगे। हाँ दीपांशु बता, फोर्थ का
ये होगा F1 is very much greater than F2।
आप बताओ।
सर F is very much इसी का कारण हमें F तक।
An apple falls from a tree because of gravitational attraction, right, between the earth and apple. If F1 is the magnitude of the force exerted by the earth on the apple and F2 is the magnitude of force exerted by the apple on earth, then what would be?
F1 and F2।
यस, इसका आंसर होगा बी, राइट। यहाँ पर ये वो एक्सप्लेनेशन तब देते हैं जब क्वेश्चन ये पूछा जाए आपसे कि भाई अर्थ क्यों नहीं जा रहा है एप्पल की तरफ,
The force to equal रहेगा.
राइट, F1 and F2 are equal as per the Newton's laws of gravitation, as Newton's laws of gravitation obeys the Newton's third law of motion, right. So if an object exerts a force onto the another object, the second object also exerts an equal and opposite amount of force to the first one. तो फोर्थ का आंसर क्लियर है, ठीक है बेटा जी। फिफ्थ पर आइए, फिफ्थ का आंसर बताओ जल्दी।
आंसर आ गया पढ़.
अभी आंसर नहीं देंगे फिफ्थ का आंसर, 30 सेकंड से ज़्यादा नहीं लगना चाहिए, मैं एकदम आंसर पूछ लूँगा फिर अदरवाइज। चलो ठीक है, थोड़ा और टाइम दे रहा हूँ। फर्स्ट वरुण, इट हैज टू बी डी।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
डी होगा, क्यों? क्योंकि दोनों केस में मास आधा हो गया ना,
Plus अपन में.
सॉल्यूशन सेट मिल जाएगा आपको। हमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करने हैं कम समय में, ठीक है ना। तो अब पुराना मास तो m1 m2 है, तो नया मास क्या हो जाएगा m1/2 m2/2, तो इट हैज़ टू बी 1/4, ठीक है। जब मास आधा हो जाएगा और डिस्टेंस दुगना हो जाएगा तो क्वाइट ऑब्वियस है फोर्स 1/4 रह जाएगी। सिक्स्थ क्वेश्चन का आंसर क्या होगा?
Sir, C.
आपने जो आपने कहा था.
बिल्कुल, सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर बिकॉज ऑफ द ग्रेटर मास ऑफ अर्थ, ठीक है ना। अभी हमने इसको डिस्कस किया था। सेवंथ क्वेश्चन का आंसर क्या होगा शुभम, आप बताओ।
Thrust. A.
थ्रस्ट, बिल्कुल सही, कोई डिस्कस करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है। एट्थ का आंसर क्या होगा गौरांश? ये सब मैं पढ़ा चुका हूँ। हाँ, सी। गौरांश तुम्हारा आंसर एट्थ का? बी। दीपांशु तुम्हारा क्या आंसर है? सी आएगा। एट्थ की, ए बॉय इज ड्रिल्ड सिंस दिस will continue this, will move along a straight line perpendicular to the circular path, will move along a straight line tangential to the circular path। मैंने हमेशा कहा था, कितनी बार मैं बता चुका हूँ, जब कभी भी राइट ए बॉय इज ड्रिल्ड ए स्टोन राइट विद ए स्ट्रिंग इन ए हॉरिजॉन्टल सर्कुलर पाथ, अगर स्ट्रिंग ब्रेक हो जाती है तो वो टेंजेंशियली जाता है जहाँ ब्रेक होगी। परपेंडिकुलर वर्ड यूज नहीं करेंगे, टेंजेंशियल वर्ड मैंने आपको पहले बताया। पर बेटा मोर प्रिसाइज स्टेटमेंट लिखेंगे। गलत हुआ है तो गलती मानो, ये बहस करने वाली बात नहीं है। एग्जाम में आप अगर सी लिख दोगे विल गेट 0, क्योंकि हम इसका आंसर हमेशा ये देते आए हैं स्टेटमेंट के अंदर कि ये परपेंडिकुलर होता है, टेंजेंशियल वर्ड यूज नहीं किया मैंने, राइट। नाइन्थ क्वेश्चन का आंसर बताओ, जिससे अभी कोई बोलेगा नहीं प्लीज। नाइन्थ का क्या आंसर होगा? डी होगा। नाइन्थ का डी आपके अनुसार? नाइन्थ का है डी। इन वैक्यूम ऑल फ्रीली फॉलिंग ऑब्जेक्ट, थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन है इसलिए मैं तुम्हें एग्जाम्प्ट करता हूं, फिर भी ए इज द आंसर क्योंकि हैव द सेम एक्सेलरेशन। इसका एविडेंस आप 11th क्लास के अंदर देखेंगे, ठीक है। 12th क्वेश्चन का आंसर, डोंट वेस्ट टाइम, जल्दी जल्दी। 11th, हाँ, अगर 9th क्वेश्चन ये है, अगर फ्रीली फॉलिंग ऑब्जेक्ट है, वैक्यूम में तो कोई हवा ही नहीं है, तोड़ दो तो सब एक ही एक्सेलरेशन से नीचे आएंगे, ठीक है ना। 10th क्वेश्चन, 10th का आंसर वरुण आप देंगे। 10th का सी। 10th क्या है? ए बॉल इज थ्रोन वर्टिकली अपवर्ड एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी। ये आंसर दिया गया है ए। कौन कंफर्म है? क्योंकि बहुत सारे आंसर आ गए हैं। बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर। जब भी ऑब्जेक्ट को आपने ऊपर थ्रो किया, इट इमीडिएटली subjected to the gravitational force in the downward direction and hence the acceleration due to gravity, right, the direction of which would always be opposite to the direction of motion। तो 10th का B इसका करेक्ट आंसर है। आई होप बेटा जी समझ में आ रहा है। गलत हो रहा है कोई बात नहीं, रीजन पता होना जरूरी है, ठीक है। आपको टेस्ट थोड़ा ना हो रहा है, गलती वहाँ हो सकती है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है गलत हो भी गया तो। 11th क्वेश्चन का आंसर बताइए। 11th का आंसर पता हो तो हाथ खड़ा करेंगे, बोलेगा कोई नहीं। हाँ वरुण, 11th का आंसर डी, आप बताओ। रेडियस, हाँ
बी ऑल ऑफ दी।
बी ऑल ऑफ दीज, रेडियस भी होगा, डेंसिटी भी होगा और मास भी इसका कारण
सर
होगा।
रेडियस इसलिए क्योंकि सेंटर से डिस्टेंस के लिए होगा।
ठीक है ना। 12th का आंसर कैलकुलेट करके देखो, या आपने आप बताओ। इंक्रीज इन मोमेंटम बाई 20% विल इंक्रीज द काइनेटिक एनर्जी बाई, एकदम आंसर कैसे दे सकते हो तुम, ये कैलकुलेट करने वाला क्वेश्चन। गलत आंसर है। लेट्स डू इट। एक क्वालिटी क्वेश्चन हमारे सामने आया है। Hmm. 40% is also not correct. Better just wait. So Diya, are you here, beta?
Yes, sir.
Fine. I'm just giving you an MIQ. We are discussing the chapter gravitation. Have you done the gravitation in your school?
Yes, sir.
That's great. So we are discussing some important questions related to the same. So some questions we have already discussed. You can look after the video regarding the same. ठीक है बेटा?
ठीक है.
So just wait for a moment. I'm just about to share the DPP to you. Please see, have you received it or not?
Sir, it's actually on my father's number. Should I?
You should give your number.
Yes, sir.
In the meanwhile, आप try करो. इसमें मतलब prominent question है ये. We can take time on it. No problem.
Yes.
हाँ बेटा, just share the number. Just share the number to me at my number. ये मेरा WhatsApp number 9999325573.
1 second. Sir, can you please repeat?
9999
Okay.
3255
3255
73.
73.
या बेटा, इन द मीनवाइल क्वेश्चन सुनो आप, मैं अभी आपको दे ही दूंगा, फिलहाल आप क्वेश्चन को देखिए। यहाँ क्वेश्चन है, increase, if we increase the momentum by 20%, what would be the increase in the kinetic energy? What would be the increase in the kinetic energy? Will it be 10%, 20%, 40% or 44%? You may also try the same.
Yes, sir. Just a minute.
करिए बेटा।
Increase in the momentum by 20%.
20%. Then what would be the change in the kinetic energy? What would be the increase in the kinetic energy? Out of these four options, which would be the correct one?
Yes, sir.
Momentum.
नहीं बेटा, काइनेटिक एनर्जी और मोमेंटम के फार्मूले में बहुत चेंज है. व्हाट इज द फार्मूला फॉर द मोमेंटम
Mass into velocity.
एंड व्हाट इज द फार्मूला फॉर द काइनेटिक एनर्जी? इज देयर एनी रिलेशन? दे आर नॉट सेम. हाँ दिया बेटा जी, आया.
Sir, I'm doing it, sir. 2 minutes.
Okay, okay, okay. It's an MCQ question. You need to get it within a minute. हाँ, okay. You take 2 minutes. Fine. क्लास है आज तो मैं तो आपको टाइम टेबल कंप्लीट दे तो रखा है. आज तो डिस्कशन है.
Sir, I'm not getting the.
Okay, just see, let the initial momentum is represented by P. Obviously it has to be mp. Now according to the question, you know now about the momentum.
Yeah.
So change in the momentum is nothing but P plus 20% of P. Agreed?
Yes.
So that means P plus 1 by 5 of P. That results into 6 by 5 of P.
Okay.
20 upon 100, right? So this is the change in momentum. Right? So change in momentum obviously is related to, what is this? This is mv dash is 6 by 5 m into v. Am I right?
Yes.
So m and m cancels out. We left with v dash. So v dash is 6 by 5 of original velocity. What is the original velocity?
Okay.
राइट क्या है इसमें चेंज आया ना तो बेटा, तो अगर हम इसको v लेते हैं तो दिस इज अप्रॉक्सीमेटली कम्स आउट टू बी इक्वल विद व्हाट?
The approximate.
दिस इज इनटू v. दिस इज 1.2 v. एम आई राइट?
Oh yeah, yes.
सो चेंज इन द वेलोसिटी इफ द मोमेंटम इंक्रीजेस बाय, ये समझ आया? व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज, let the mass of the body is m and initial velocity is v, then the momentum has to be m into v.
Yes, yes.
Now according to question, change in momentum, right, is 20%. Obviously the original momentum plus 20% of original,
Yes.
right, results into 6 by 5 p. So this is a new
Yeah.
momentum, right? So this new momentum, right, the obviously new momentum किसके कारण आया? It is mainly because of the change in the velocity, not because of the change in the mass of the body.
Okay.
If there happens to be an increase in the momentum, तो mass में थोड़ा ना कोई change आया है. It is a change in the velocity. That's why what I have written over here, m into v dash. What is v dash? V dash is the change in the velocity.
Okay.
That took place because of the increase in momentum. क्या ये बात समझ आई? Is equal to 6 by 5 m into v. So m and m cancels out. And thereby the new velocity is 6 by 5 of the original velocity.
Yeah.
And hence this is the new velocity. This new velocity is responsible to increase the momentum, right, by 20%. क्या ये बात clear है?
Yes, it's yeah, I've understood.
बेटा जी समझ में आ गया?
हाँ, समझ में आ
Right?
गया, sir.
That's great. तो ये हमारे पास नई velocity है. Now change in kinetic energy कितना होगा? That's what we need to find out.
Yeah.
तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी ओरिजिनल कितना बेटा जी? हाफ एम वी स्क्वायर.
Yeah.
So new kinetic energy has to be half m v dash square.
Yes. Okay.
So which is equal to half m v dash is 1.2 into v का whole square.
Yeah.
So that results into 1.2 is what? 1.44. This is 1.44,
Yeah.
right? Into v square. Agreed?
Yes.
And just a minute. This can be written as a half into m. So
Yes.
change, percentage change in kinetic energy is new kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy divided by initial kinetic energy.
Okay.
So new kinetic energy is half m 1.44 v square minus initial was half m v square divided by half m v square.
Okay.
Right, beta ji? So
हाँ.
half m and half m cancels out.
Okay.
Right? So that results into what? Now percent this into 100. This has to be done into 100.
Yeah. To convert it into whole.
half the
बेटा ये हाफ बाहर आ गया ना, नीचे वाला भी तो हाफ ही है, उसको हमने कैंसिल कर दिया उससे. मैं बताऊं कैसे? देखो सी हाफ एम 1.44 वी स्क्वायर माइनस हाफ एम वी स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय हाफ एम वी स्क्वायर, ये एक्सप्रेशन है ना, इनटू 100 करेगा इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द परसेंटेज. So in the numerator half m comes out to be as a common. In fact v square also comes out to be as a common. 1.44 right minus 1 divided by half m v square into 100. This and this cancels out, right? So that results into 0.44 into 100, which is 44 by 100 into 100 is 44%.
Okay.
ठीक है अरुण बेटा जी, क्लियर हो गया? देखो
हाँ.
once all chapters are covered, understanding the concept behind a chapter is simply the development of skill, but skill will not perform the academic performance. A brilliant
Okay.
academic performance always needs a vigorous writing practice. Okay, you know the concept behind the gravitation. So now as a teacher what my job is to ask you as many as questions as possible as per my experience.
Okay.
Right? And suppose you get 4, 5, 7 or 8 questions which the answers of which you don't know. If now be able to understand, that means you have revised the chapter precisely, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is my objective. So एक एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर आपको क्लियर होना चाहिए. So now switching on to the next one. अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए आप. कौन से क्वेश्चन पे थे बेटा जी? 13th. बेटा नाउ गिव मी द आंसर ऑफ 13th क्वेश्चन. आपको भी दिख रहा होगा बेटा जरूर.
हाँ दिख रहा है.
हाँ 13th. So one of the answer is D. Any other? I'm not sure whether the answer is correct or not.
Okay, sir, I'm solving it.
Okay, okay.
इसका फॉर्मूला है ना जी.
बेटे देर इज नो नीड टू कैलकुलेट बिकॉज आपको इंस्टेंट इसका आंसर पता होना चाहिए. उसका रीजन ये है एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी इज जी एम डिवाइडेड बाई आर स्क्वायर. एग्रीड?
Yes.
So obviously g is inversely proportional to the square of the radius.
Yeah.
And hence d is the correct answer. Very good Varun. Clear? I hope समझ में आ गया.
हाँ समझ में.
That's great. So now switch on to the next one. The 14th question. हाँ वरुण.
सर बी.
B. B. Any other? C.
Sir, because it depends on the distance
Distance
from the
from the
center
center
of
of
the
the
earth. Sir, it does not depend on velocity of the rotation.
Sir, will it increase?
Why it increases beta?
So 1 second.
ले बात. बेटा भी उसको बुलाओ. ये बेटे आराम से इसमें बस. कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. ऊपर से उनको बुला दिया. हाँ बेटा 14 का आंसर क्या दिया आपने?
Sir,
ये पिन करना है. हो गया?
आपको पिन कर दो.
The answer for the 14th question is
B.
remains same. No, it is D. Dia, you are correct. D is the answer.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Why
I
is
was-
it so? The value of G will slightly increase because if the earth stops rotating, then it would become more spherical in nature. तो आपका आंसर अगर नहीं आया तो इसमें आपकी गलती नहीं है, बिकॉज ये डिस्कस नहीं हुआ था.
सर ये मैंने बिग जी ले लिया.
कोई बात नहीं, जब अर्थ स्टॉप हो जाएगा ना तो इट टेंड्स टू बिकम मोर स्फेरिकल इन नेचर. So once it tends to become more spherical in nature, that means the equator distance right from the center increases as compared to the poles, and due to which the acceleration due to gravity obviously increases. क्यों? क्योंकि G poles nearby to the center आ जाएंगे. I hope this is clear to you, बेटा.
Yes, sir.
वेलोसिटी बंद हो जाने से वो तब डिस्टेंस क्यों बढ़ जाएगा?
किसका स्फेरिकल होने से क्या होता है कि दैट द
सर स्फेरिकल क्यों? कुछ फिक्स पोजीशन
got the answer, right? So next 15th question. What अगर आपको आंसर मालूम है तो just raise your hand but without saying the answer. 15th question. Diya, can you tell me the answer to the 15th one?
Yes, sir. 1 second.
Oh. You are not at home. You are in the class.
Sir, is it Earth's magnetic field?
Earth's magnetic field. Any other?
Gravity.
It has to be gravity. But gravity is the right answer for it.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Why is it so? Because Earth's atmosphere is basically the layer of gases around the Earth. And the atmosphere is held in the place by the Earth gravity.
मैग्नेटिक काम क्या होता है?
Magnetic field has nothing to do with the existence of the atmosphere. Alright? It is a natural phenomena acquired by the Earth, and what is the reason behind it? You will study at the 10th level. Once we will switch on to the magnetic effect of current at the 10th level in physics. So, 16th question, if you know the answer, just ध्यान से पढ़ो. You are not supposed to give the answer instantly. Just read the question, understand the question, right, beta ji? And then you will get the solution set of the same also. So there is nothing to worry about. The weight of an object on the moon is less. The mass and radius of the moon are less than that of Earth. आप बताओ बेटा, आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ. So, if you know the answer, please don't speak. Diya, you know the answer about the 16th question?
Sir, no, sir.
Okay. Have you done this chapter in your school?
Yes, sir. We did it. We did it quite a while back. So,
Oh, there might be the possibility that you didn't be able to remember the concept, isn't it?
yeah.
See, beta, if you need any conceptual detail behind the same chapter, we can also provide in terms of my video sessions.
Yes, sir.
Right? So you may contact regarding the same and can inform your father so that he can call to me regarding the same.
Yes, sir.
16th question. C is the answer.
B.
B is the answer.
अरे
Why are you confused, beta? We did it precisely.
सर
You-
बिकॉज सर जो ऑब्जेक्ट का मास रेडियस और मास होगा सर वो भी तो नहीं सर ए होगा सर.
Yes. A is the correct answer. Why it is B? Are the weight of an object on the surface of the moon is 1/6 as compared to the Earth itself.
रीजन में ये ढूंढना नहीं मैंने कि वो 1/6
सर आइए सर
वो क्यों होता है उसका रीजन तो तुम्हें अब तक पता होना चाहिए.
सर मास तो उसका सर आपने बताया था.
But the very first assertion is the weight of an object on the moon is less than that of the earth. ये तो बिल्कुल सही बात है. It is correct. Right? The mass and radius of the moon is definitely less than the earth. अरे C, what is F? What is G? G is GMR square. And this is let the mass of the earth, this is the radius of the earth. So G dash, right? If suppose it happens to be, this is moon, this is earth, this is moon. So G, mass of moon divided by radius of moon, right? So what I can do, the mass of earth, right, is basically what? The mass of the earth is 4 times heavy as compared to the mass of the moon itself. तो यहाँ हम क्या पुट करेंगे? 4 mm, and radius of the earth is what? It is 100 times, and the radius is 4 times. Are you getting my point? Yeah, clear आपको भी?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So the acceleration due to gravity on the earth is 100 by 16 G mm divided by Rm. This is m, right? Mass of the object, and this is Rm square. This is what acceleration due to. This is approximately comes out to be 100 by 16, the gravity on moon. Therefore, gravity on moon, right, is 16 by 100 as compared to the gravity on earth. This derivation is very, very important. If it comes, it may come for the 5 marks in your school examination. That means the gravity on moon, right, is almost equal to 1/6. This is approximately 1 upon 16. Sorry, 1 upon 6, right? So 1 upon 6 G, because 16 into 6 is 96. Agreed? So this is the acceleration due to gravity on moon is 1/6, right, as compared to the gravity on earth, mainly because of the less mass of moon along with the radius as compared with the mass of the earth and radius respectively. I hope the answer is clear. Yeah, are you clear with the answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine.
Sorry.
So now switch on to the 17th question. What would be the answer for the 17th one? बेटा जी आप बताओ. फाइन से आपने नहीं किया, आप रहने दो, कोई बात नहीं, आपको भी अटेंड करना है उसे. Ansh Singh, what should be the answer for question number 17? Why it is A? Assert your reason. I need the reason. For Ansh? Have you done the buoyancy, beta?
Yes, sir. I've done buoyancy.
Okay. So what would be the answer for the 17th?
Sir, it'll be A, right?
It will be A. Why is it A? Because the moment any object which is completely or partially immersed in a liquid naturally experiences a thrust, which is known as buoyant force, right? So it tends to take the object in the upward direction, thereby the virtual weight, right, is always be less as compared to the real one. Nice, बहुत बढ़िया. Good. Now switch on to the 18th question and try to give me the answer of 18th as well. If you know the answer, please don't speak. मैं पूछूंगा आपसे. You can put up your options. If you know the option of the 18th, just immediately tell it to me. Anybody? Diya, just tell me what's the answer for beta.
Sir, is it both A and R are correct, but R is not A? C is one of the answer. So according to you, Diya, the answer of the question is B, isn't it? B. B is the correct answer. B is correct. That's why I always say to you, just understand the language of the question before giving the answer. If you are absolutely 100% sure, then only put up the answer. Your answer is wrong. That's why I always used to say you that the paper would be difficult right from MCQ. Right?
but rest of the part would definitely be easy because all the subjective questions, right? We understood the concept, can easily put up the answer, isn't it? Hello.
सर क्योंकि सर जब ऑब्जेक्ट नीचे जाता है तो डेप्थ के साथ प्रेशर बढ़ता है तो ज़्यादा वायलेंट फोर्स लगती है सर, लेकिन वो जो नीचे फोर्स लगती है वो उससे ज़्यादा होती है,
इसीलिए थोड़ा वक्त लेना, ठीक है ना? डोंट गिव द आंसर इमीडिएटली. वेरी गुड दिया, योर आंसर इज करेक्ट.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody who needs the answer, reason behind the question number 18? Clear? Now switch on to 19th. अच्छा, 18 is also left, हाँ. 18 हम कर चुके हैं बेटा अभी. 19th question. Okay. An object floats if it displaces an amount of the liquid whose weight is greater than the actual weight of the object, right? During flotation, experiences no net force in the downward direction. ये गलत है, right? Obviously, downward direction में weight of the object तो लगेगा या नहीं लगेगा, right? तो as far as the answer is concerned, तो net force क्या हुआ? Weight of the object should be subtracted with the upthrust. And upthrust क्या होगा? Weight of the liquid displaced. What is Archimedes' principle? It states that whensoever an object is completely or partially immersed in a liquid, it experiences a buoyant force, which that buoyant force must be equal to the weight of the liquid being displaced. Right? आपने पढ़ा है ना बेटा Archimedes' principle? दिया?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great job.
जो वाटर डिस्प्लेसमेंट है सर, अगर हम उस देखें तो सर उसकी वॉल्यूम ऑब्जेक्ट की डेंसिटी.
हाँ. Yes, you are right. Now switch on to the 19th question. If you know the answer, give me the answer instantly about the 19th, but understand the question. Don't try to give the answer within no time. B. Excellent गीतिका, बिल्कुल सही. B is the correct answer. क्या B आपको क्लियर है बेटा?
Yes, sir.
Very good. 20th question. हाँ शुभम, what is the answer for the 20?
A is true but R.
Excellent answer. C is correct. Is it understood by everybody?
Yes, sir.
Right? Joule is the energy of, Joule is basically the SI unit of energy. Even the work. Great. So in that way we covered all the 20 questions. And I think you are very much clear with the reason behind every question. That's what we have done बेटा जी. अभी तक हमने इतने क्वेश्चंस किए हैं, आप बाद में से कर सकते हैं. फाइन? या मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ बेटा?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's great. Now 21st question. बेटा आप अपना जरा व्हाट्सएप कर दीजिए अपना नंबर.
Yes, sir. मैं आपको करती हूँ.
Explain why a completely immersed bottle in water bounces back. I think so 21st कर लेंगे आप.
Yes, sir.
22nd मैंने अभी क्लियर किया.
Yes, sir.
राइट. 23rd का आंसर निकाल के दीजिए आप.
Sir, I'm not getting the number on WhatsApp.
Sir, we are right now in the class. It will not be possible because there are many students are sitting in front of me. It's the basic reason. So, better you can take your lunch along with the class also.
Okay, sir.
I also used to take my dinner during my class. My class generally goes till 10.
Okay.
So there is nothing to. बेटा कोई गलत नहीं है. You should take it. 23rd question. Get me the answer. 23rd. 22nd मैंने अभी करके दिखाया आपको. मेरे को आंसर्स सोल्यूशन सेट से देखना होगा, अभी मेरे पास है नहीं वो.
आंसर निकाल
23rd क्वेश्चन का आंसर निकालिए. एवरीबडी शुड गो ऑन 23rd क्वेश्चन. We would know what would be its velocity when it hits the ground. There are two questions in the same one. One question, what is the velocity when it has covered a distance of 20 meter? Another one, what would be the velocity when it hits the ground? जी 10 लेना है आपने. फर्स्ट का आंसर क्या है बेटा आपका? 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड द करेक्ट आंसर. सेकेंड का is yeah, do you know the answer behind question number 23rd?
Sir, I'm doing it, sir.
Okay,
लास्ट में
20. Dia, I would like to introduce myself. I am the person who is not only the chairman of the same institute, but at the same time has been looking after the 9th and 10th for the last 25 years, beta.
Yes, sir.
Right, so just get the benefit of my experience. Right, I'll provide you as many as questions as possible. The objective is to execute 2400 to 2500 questions in the coming 2.5 months.
Okay.
Get me the answer of 23rd.
सर रूट 2 1 4
Ah. Those who are not clear with the answer of question number 23rd should understand when the object is released, what would be its initial velocity?
Zero.
Right? We need to find out the velocity when the height is the distance, vertical distance traveled by the object is 20 meter. So we'll be using the third equation, isn't it?
Sir, the second part of
400 beta. 2 into 10 into 20. Right?
Yeah.
I hope इतना clear है आपको?
Yes, sir.
नीचे की
So,
नहीं सर
हाँ.
सर जी भी नेगेटिव होगा बी भी दोनों को साइड कर दिया
बिल्कुल. So this is definitely equal to 20 meter per second. This is the answer of the first part. The answer of the second part is v square minus u square is again 2g h dash. New height is there now. So this is 0, 2 into 10 into 40. That means this is 800. That means it is what?
2 and 2
This comes out to be equal with what? 8 into 100. That means it is 2 root 2. That means 20 root 2 is the answer. The velocity. Right?
Yes, sir.
I hope the answer is clear to you, Diaz.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Fine. 24th you can do on your own. 24th, what would be the answer for the 25th? This is a very, very important question. 25th. Itika, this is very important assignment for you as far as your school exams are concerned. अभी आ रहे हैं जो उसमें काफ़ी क्वेश्चन इसमें से आने चाहिए. 25th.
revolving planet.
Dear, can you tell me?
Sir, yes, sir.
Sir, moon.
So what would be the answer?
1 second, sir.
Mention any 5 phenomena that the universal law of gravitation was able to explain.
Sir.
सर क्या और
हाँ बोलो.
Sir, satellites around the planets. Yes.
Okay, fine. हाँ.
सर
देखो मैं डेफिनेटली आई प्रोवाइड यू द सॉल्यूशन सेट बट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इट. ऑलरेडी हम इसको डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. एक्चुअली द यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल लॉ हेल्प्स अस टू अंडरस्टैंड द फोर्स दैट बाइंड्स टू द अर्थ. Right, the force that binds us to the earth, isn't it? We all be able to walk over the surface because of the gravitational force. Right, the gravitational force of earth, right, always keeps the atmosphere close to the earth, right or not? Earth atmosphere is always close to the same one. The motion of the moon around the earth, the gravitational pull of the sun which keeps the planet revolving around the sun. The tides formed, जैसे अभी आपने बताया, the tides formed by rising the falling of water level in the ocean are due to the gravitational force, right, of moon and the sun. I hope the answer of this question is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Give me the answer for question number 27 then. नहीं 27 नहीं अभी रहता है शायद 26. Now solve question number 26. Please solve question number 26.
We're done.
Have you done it, beta? What is the answer then?
80 meter?
80 meter. Let me check the answer.
So the total distance is 160 meter and the net displacement is 0.
That's great. Your answer is correct, beta. Excellent.
80 मीटर आ गया.
So, question number 26. Who is having the doubt in 26? See, V equal to U plus GT. Right? So, final becomes 0. Initial is given to us as 40, can be taken as minus 10 into T. And hence the time comes out to be 4 seconds. And then H is equal to UT plus half GT square. So, which is 40 into 4, right? Plus half into minus 10 into 4 का whole square. Agreed? So in that way, the net displacement of the stone comes out to be 0. But the question is asking about what? Total distance, net displacement is obviously 0 and net total distance is 160.
सर हमने बताया था वो ऊपर जाने वाला है.
We did this question earlier also, isn't it?
सर तो कुछ कहते हैं ना ऊपर वाले जाने से equal.
वो अगला क्वेश्चन है, टाइम ऑफ ascent and time of descent. Give me the proof of question number 27. Is extremely important.
और वो कहाँ करेगा?
किसी चीज को ऊपर फेंकते हैं जब, when we throw anything in the upward direction, it will take certain time to reach to its highest, right, point. So this time, the time taken by the object to reach to its highest point is known as the time of ascent. तो वो नीचे भी आएगा ना, और आके आपने दोबारा से कैच किया, that is known as the time of descent. We need to prove that the time of ascent is equal to time of descent, and extremely important. Anybody who's having the doubt? Yeah, you know the answer behind it?
Sir, I'm doing it.
See, there are two motions, isn't it? First, when the object is thrown in the upward direction. So, considering the upward motion of the object, let the initial velocity is u. Obviously, final becomes 0.
Yeah.
Right? And let TA represent the time of ascent. Right? The time taken by the object to reach to its highest point. Right? Then we know that V is equal to U plus GT.
Yes.
Agreed? So this happens to be 0. G is minus G. Right? As the object is moving the upward direction into TA.
सर ये उधर चला
Right? That means we have the time of ascent comes out to be as a U by G. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Let it be first. Now considering the downward motion, right? In the downward motion, right, U is equal to 0, V is equal to U plus GT.
Yeah.
v is 0 plus g time of descent, नीचे गिरने का टाइम. So time of descent is equal to what? V upon g. This is second. Right? I hope इतना
Yes.
clear है आपको.
Clear हो गया.
Since, isn't it, v equal to u, therefore from first and second, or we can say equating first and second, time of ascent is equal to time of
ये बेसिकली तो U0 आ गया ना, कभी गया था तो U0 तो V.
I hope the answer of question number 27 is clear to you.
Sir, in the previous question,
Yes,
use the second equation, third equation.
And we can do with the same also as.
इससे 80
क्या बेटा, इससे 80 आ तो गया, माइनस 10 दिया है बेटा हमने, 160, राइट, 68 माइनस 80, 80 आ तो गया. What would be the answer of 28th question? Is an NCERT question. I don't want to waste time. You know the answer behind it.
Yes, sir.
29th is also known to you.
Yes, sir.
I need the answer of second part of question number 29. Please solve the second part. Get me the answer of second part. Hello. बेटा आपकी तबीयत ठीक है अभी? जाना है फिर बेटा, करा रहे हैं. ठीक है बेटा, फिर रेस्ट आप वीडियो सेशन अटेंड कर लें. भेज रहा हूँ मैम मैं अभी. हाँ जी, मोस्ट. हाँ, गेट मी द आंसर ऑफ सेकंड पार्ट.
Sir, the second part, can I answer?
हाँ वाई. हाँ बेटा. Yeah, what is the answer?
Sir, I got the time as
1.56 second. Let me check. Let me check it from the solution set. Excellent beta, it's correct. Fantastic answer, very good. तो 7:30 बजे, 1 घंटे के बाद, अप्रॉक्सीमेटली अराउंड 8 PM बेटा. और वो आपको उसमें मिलेगा जो आपने आज एक नया बैच बनाया ना मैंने क्रैश कोर्स का, उसको कर लिया आप लोगों ने के पास. लिंक पहुंच गया था ना क्रैश कोर्स का, राइट? एक लिंक पहुंचा है ना, आपको अब सारा स्टडी मटेरियल वीडियो सेशन उसी पे मिला करेंगे ना. एवरीथिंग राइट वुड बी अवेलेबल थ्रू द ऐप इटसेल्फ.
Velocity for a root 50.
See, v square minus u square is equal to 2gh. Finally 0 minus this, right? 2 into minus 9.8, ठीक है बेटा जी, into height is given to us as 12, right? Will give you the value of v. So it would be somewhere near to 16 itself. कितना है बेटा v? Approximately 15.3, right?
सर V क्यों आएगा?
राइट. सॉरी गलत हो गया, ठीक है ना. देन v इज इक्वल टू u माइनस जी टी. कैन यू गेट द आंसर नाउ?
आ जाएगा सर.
कर लेंगे ना अब आप. So in that way we did the question number 29th as well. 30th question is a straightforward question that uses the formula g m1 m2 divided by r square. So do it on your own. We have already done it, but do it in terms of writing practice.
आपने पाए दिखा रहे हैं प्लान स्टार्ट करके बोलिए.
Are you clear with the answer of these questions? Any doubt?
Yes, sir, I'm clear. No.
30 second is an interesting question. Give me the answer of 30 second. The very first part. The first part answer. Who would like to tell? Please inform me.
आंसर आएगा 1 by
Sir, 1 by
9
9.
the original gravitation.
1 by 9.
1 by 9.
Yeah, what's the answer to the first part? Varansh? Nine M. Yeah, you know, or should I do it?
Sir, I'm not sure of the answer.
Fine, I'll tell you the answer regarding the same. See, this is an important question, question number 32. The very first part. When see the original force, right, is given by G M1 M2 divided by R square. Right? So according to the question, the distance between the object is tripled. That means the new distance is 3r as compared to the original one, and therefore the new force is equal to G m1 m2 divided by 3r whole square. This is 1 by 9 G m1 m2 divided by r square, and this is the original force, and therefore f dash is 1 by 9 of f. Right? Are you clear?
Yes, sir, clear. Sorry,
Fine.
it took time to unmute.
कोई बात नहीं. Mass of the object gets doubled.
सर 4 टाइम्स होता है.
It becomes 4 times.
अगर एक बॉडी का होता तो 2 टाइम्स होता.
And mass of both and the distance gets doubled. Yeah, you got the answer to the second part?
Sir, I'm actually confused with the question.
Okay, fine. Explain you the question. The question is, what happens to the magnitude of the force of gravitation between two objects? Let one object is having the mass m1 and the other one is m2. Let they are separated through a distance r.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, isn't it you know that F is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square? Are you clear with this or not? Universal gravitational law.
Yeah.
Every object in this universe attract every other object with a force, right, which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them.
Yes.
Right. So now the question says that if mass of both the objects is doubled, so that means the new mass is twice of m1, right, and m2 dash is twice of m2. The distance remains be the same. There is no change in the distance, isn't it? Then the new force, obviously the force will change or not?
Yes, sir.
Because force is directly proportional to the product of the masses. If the product of the masses increases, force increases, and is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Combining the two results into this formula.
Yes, sir.
Now the new force is equal to what? G remains be the same, m1 dash m2 dash divided by r square. So m1 dash is what? Twice of m1 twice of m2 divided by r square. The new force happens to be 4 times G m1 m2 divided by r square, which is equal to 4 times of F. This is F itself. Then it is the original force. And therefore we can say that if the mass of both the object gets doubled, right, the new force has to be 4 times the previous one. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Fine. Then the third part. 32. थर्ड पार्ट बेटा आपका होमवर्क है, आप खुद से करना.
Yes, sir.
Right? Though you will get the solution set, but don't see the solution set. Try to get the answer on your own.
Okay.
33rd का आंसर कैलकुलेट करके बताओ, जल्दी करो. Do the question number 33rd.
Sir, I got the answer.
सर 5 मीटर.
5 meters.
Sir, 10 meter नहीं है.
Yes, you are right. The answer is 10 meter. Very good, Diya. Answer is 10 meter. What about the next?
सर तो हाफ में हाइट बता रहे हैं.
तो कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो आएगा या नहीं आएगा? I hope you got the answer of both the parts or not?
Sir, I didn't get the second part.
Okay, fine. See, v square minus u square is equal to 2gh. That means 0 minus u square is 2 into minus 10 into h. That means minus this is equal to minus 20h. Right? So it implies how high does it go?
सर हाइट तो हमने निकाल ली.
सर यू तो गिवन है.
That's what I am telling you ना. क्या करेंगे? देखो बेटा इतना क्लियर है आप सबको?
Yes, sir.
The speed of the ball was this, and when it had reached 1/2 of its maximum height. So this happens to be what? अगर हम यहाँ लेंगे तो क्या लेंगे इसे? h/2 or not?
सर -10 मीटर का चेंज करें.
क्या इतना क्लियर हुआ? किसी ने भी टोका नहीं. ओनली दिया गॉट द राइट आंसर बिहाइंड इट. ये क्वेश्चन मैं करा चुका हूँ. चलो दोबारा एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ मैं. राइट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग. फर्स्ट बेटा, अभी सेकंड कहाँ है? मैं आपको राइट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग से एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ.
32 लिखा हुआ.
अरे भाई 33 है बस. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? क्वेश्चन तो मैं 30 डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ ना. तो दे आर नॉट ए कंप्यूटर दैट नीड्स इनपुट. 32nd क्वेश्चन तो ऑलरेडी हम कर चुके हैं, तो 33rd पर हैं बेटा. लेट द इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इज यू. मैं आराम से बता रहा हूँ आपको. एग्रीड. द मैक्सिमम हाइट अटेन्ड इज h. राइट. सो द क्वेश्चन सेज the speed of the ball was 10. कब? when the height is half. That means v square minus u square is equal to 2gh dash. हम यूज करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे? अगर सपोज मैं इसको h dash भी नहीं रहता, let it be like this only, right? So speed is 10 meter. तो initial speed क्या है इसकी?
0.
right? initial 0. Is he right?
सर v वो फाइनल होगा.
A ball is thrown vertically upward. Can it be possible that the initial velocity be 0? Minus u square. Agreed? 2 minus 10. This is the velocity when the height is h/2.
वर्टिकली अपवर्ड है तो v 0 होगा. यू क्यों?
जब ऑब्जेक्ट को ऊपर फेंकेंगे, हाँ,
स्टार्टिंग वेलोसिटी और जब वो गिर जाएगा
इनिशियल वेलोसिटी तो ये चाहिए ना बेटा. जब आपने ऑब्जेक्ट को ऊपर थ्रो किया, द क्वेश्चन इज द ऑब्जेक्ट एक्वायर्स ए वेलोसिटी ऑफ 10 मीटर पर सेकेंड व्हेन इट कवर्स हाफ ऑफ द डिस्टेंस. जब हाफ ऑफ द डिस्टेंस होगा तब इनिशियल भी होगी और द वेलोसिटी एट ए डिस्टेंस ऑफ हाफ ऑफ द ओरिजिनल हाइट वो भी होगी. दैट्स व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज इंपॉर्टेंट. आई होप इतना क्लियर है. So that gives me what? U square is equal to 100 plus h into 10. Am I right? बेटा क्लियर है ना आपको भी?
Yes, sir.
माइनस.
This is first equation. Now tell me, when the object reaches to its highest point, what would be the velocity? Final velocity क्या होगी?
तब सर
Zero.
0 होगी.
V square minus U square, right, is equal to 2GH. That means 0 minus U square, right, is this into H. I hope now you can do it. कर सकते हैं या नहीं इसे अब आप?
Yes, sir.
This is also U square. अब इक्वेट करके आप आंसर निकाल सकते हो, right? So this is minus U square minus 20H, minus and minus cancels out. This is B. Now substitute B in A. We get, इसमें बेटा हम क्या पुट करेंगे? 20H 100 plus 10H, right? That amounts to 10H is equal to 100. मैंने बड़े आराम से बताया. And hence the height comes out to be equal with 10 meter. इतना आई होप सबको समझ में आ गया. थोड़ा सा अलग की क्वेश्चन था. Fantastic दिया. You got the right answer behind the first part.
Thank you, sir.
Now find the velocity and acceleration 1 second after it is thrown. Very good question. The moment we throw the object in the upward direction, isn't it its acceleration due to gravity keep on decreasing or increasing? If I throw, I explained it. I have already explained it in my real classes. When an object is thrown in the upward direction, acceleration due to gravity increases or decreases, Diya?
Sir, acceleration increases.
Beta, if it increases, it happens to increase, then obviously it should reach into the space.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Due to gravity है तो नीचे.
If I throw the pen in the upward direction, will it go into the space? If it goes into the space, the G keep on increasing that way.
Yes.
It has to decrease.
Yes, okay, sir.
So the moment I release it and it travels a distance, right, in a time, vertical distance in time 1 second, obviously there must be certain amount of decrease in the acceleration due to gravity.
Due to gravity.
Yes.
What is that? That's what we need to find out.
Acceleration due to gravity. Direct inversely the height.
सी जब ऑब्जेक्ट ऊपर की तरफ जाएगा या अर्थ के अंदर जाएगा, दोनों ही केस के अंदर एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी हमेशा डिक्रीज होती है. एंड द एविडेंस बिहाइंड इट, द प्रूफ बिहाइंड इट, यू विल डू इन द सेम चैप्टर एट 11th class में. when you enter into the 11th, there would again be the same chapter, gravitation. You will understand the deeper concept behind the same. Is the only difference. Yes.
तो ऊपर जाने वाला तो ये बताइए.
नीचे भी होगा. क्यों होगा ये अभी आपके सिलेबस में नहीं है. Now get me the answer of the acceleration. That's what the question is talking about. This is a very good question. I don't want to give you the answer immediately. I want you to grasp the concept behind it. First part is understood to everybody. Find the velocity and acceleration 1 second after it was thrown. That is the question. Maximum height हमारे पास आ चुका है 10 मीटर, isn't it?
Sir, velocity.
So u square is equal to 100 plus 10h. Am I right? Maximum height is already given to us as 10 meter. Agreed? So 100 10 into 10, that means u square happens to be 200, and hence the velocity is equal to 200 square root. Agreed? So that can be written as
10 to
100 into 2. So u is equal to 10 root 2. That means 10 into 1.414, and thereby u comes out to be 14.14 meter per second. Diya, are you clear?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Then what would be the acceleration after 1 second? Can you suggest me which equation should be implemented?
Per second, क्योंकि उसमें distance है, initial velocity is already given for time
See,
t.
Better to use it. See, we have u as well as v, isn't it?
V minus
+80.
V.
ये यूज करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे? Agreed? So acceleration after gravity has to be minus 10. V is equal to what? 14.14 plus minus 10 into 1. So acceleration after 1 second also equal to minus 10, right or not, beta?
Yes, sir.
Are you clear with the answer?
Yes, sir. I'm clear. Done.
Fine. The 34th question is actually the question of your NCRT. We did it. Do you want me to do it again?
X कर लिया था.
Fine. I need the answer of question number 34th from your side.
Sir, I got the answer of the first one, but I'm not very sure.
Fine. What is the answer, beta?
Sir, I got the answer as 29.4 meter per second.
You take G as 10, beta. Then tell me.
एक का 30 आ गया.
हाँ.
30 आ गया. हमने पहली क्वेश्चन मान लिया.
So the 34th question, the first part. Yeah, your answer is correct.
Yes, sir.
If you
Thank
take
you.
it as
9.8.
minus 10 into t. T is what? Given as
Time
3.
of ascent is equal to time of descent.
Very good, beta. Clear? Shubham, clear the very first part? Ansh?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Then the second part. Should use the formula as h is equal to ut plus half the gt square. बेटे जब ये इधर जाके पॉजिटिव नहीं हो गया, if that goes into this side it becomes positive.
हाइट भी आ गई.
So height is 30, right, into 3 plus half minus 10 into 3 whole square.
थर्ड इक्वेशन.
नहीं बेटा सीधा हमें ये एक्सप्लेन करना चाहिए. दैट शुड बी. So height comes out to be 45 meter.
थर्ड
Good. Clear? Are you clear with the answer?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Fine. What should be the answer for the third part? Get me the answer for the third part. The interesting one.
3 सेकंड. तो 1 सेकंड बाद जो है उसका ऐड कर दें.
Fine. Get me the answer of the C part.
Sir, I got the answer as 39.2.
You have taken the G as 9.8 na?
Yes, sir.
Then your answer is correct. Yes, your answer is correct. S is equal to, that means H is equal to ut plus half gt square. So H is equal to 0, right? Plus half into the value of g is 10. Time should be taken as 1 or not? जब नीचे आएगा तो time has to be taken as 1. So can't you find out the height now? 5 meter. So position of the ball after 4 seconds. See, in the first 3 seconds, it attains the maximum height of 45 meter. In the next one, the height is decreased from 45 to 40 because the 5 meter distance has already been travelled. Yes. So 45 minus 5 is equal to 40. क्या आंसर सबको clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So get me the answer of question number 35th. The value of acceleration due to gravity, you know, is 1 upon 6th. The value of acceleration due to gravity on moon is 1 upon 6 as compared to the earth. that is 1 upon 6 into 9.8, that amounts to approximately 1.6. I hope the answer is clear.
That's the
So mass of the person, by weight is equal to what? Mass into, I'm running out with time, that's why I'm doing it. Weight is mass into acceleration due to gravity on moon, right? So weight on the moon is 110.84 is equal to m into 1.6763. So mass is 110.84 divided by 1.63 if I am correct. Agreed beta? Yeah, आपको clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
What would be the answer for the second part? Mass on the moon?
mass of the person of the
Sir, I got 68 kg.
It is 68. Fine.
So 160.
Now, what is the answer for the B part? C part, sorry. On C part is the wrong answer. No. Weight.
eight. Sorry.
Sir,
क्वेश्चन
it's
पढ़ नहीं रहे, आंसर दे रहे हो. हाँ बेटा.
Sir, I got the answer. Should I say it?
हाँ, please tell me.
666.4.
Is an excellent answer. Correct. Mass would remain be the same whether the object is available on the surface of moon or earth or anywhere in the all across the universe. The mass of the body cannot change. There is one of the most prominent question that may come in your school exam is the difference between mass and weight. Can you tell me what is the difference between mass and weight?
Sir, I don't really remember.
Okay, fine.
The weight is the force by which Earth pulls all the objects towards itself, and mass is the quantity of the matter of it.
Very good.
And
Any
sir, mass remains same all around the universe, and weight changes.
Weight changes.
Any other?
Different.
And sir, mass is a scalar quantity.
Superb answer.
And weight is a vector.
Excellent.
उसका
See,
एक ही kg है और एक ही न्यूटन है.
खत्म. यही आंसर है. Weight of a body is the force with which an object gets attracted towards the center of the earth. Right, beta? And mass of the body is the total quantity possessed by the body. Mass is a scalar quantity, weight is a vector quantity. Mass can never be zero, weight can be zero. If the object is available at the center of the earth, the W is always equal to 0. Right? The SI unit of mass is kilogram, the SI unit of weight is Newton. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir,
So the
clear.
answer is 40.4 Newton.
36 question. 36 question, 37th question, both are your homework. You have to do it at home. जो रह गए क्वेश्चन उनको आप घर पर करेंगे, including the case study based question. I have discussed more than 80% of the entire question paper, right? Now what you need to do, please listen it very sincerely as we have done this topic, right, in terms of the final revision. Most of the questions are already being discussed and quite obvious you must have understood the answer behind them logically, right? So the questions which we didn't take in terms of the calculation as well, so you need to do it by tonight itself or maximum subjected to by tomorrow, right? Complete it religiously, right, in a smart way. You are not supposed to write the precise answer about each and every question. You are hardly left with the 2.5 months for your ultimate exam. So the best way to revise all the chapters is to create the answer of every question in your brain. Right?
Yes.
First question, I know the answer. Yes, I know the answer logically. Second, I know the answer. No need to write it then. But if there happens to be the numericals, so you need to execute the numerical in writing. Right? If you feel somewhere that you need to write the answer, right, then you must write the answer. You may write it roughly. Agreed? So I am giving you a 2-day time, today along with tomorrow, right, by 9 p.m. You are not supposed to convert the entire writing practice
in the form of PDF and then send it to me. I'll believe on you that you will do it because I'm going to conduct a test. Right? You know better that there would always be a test, 10 complete syllabus tests of science and maths respectively, hence a total of 20.
सर जो मतलब ये होगी तो जब ये फ्राइडे सैटरडे टेस्ट हो जाएगा
Friday is always be a test for science. Sunday is always be a test for maths, 3 hours. Right? And Monday and Wednesday are meant for the discussion. And discussion has to be in terms of such type of every chapter in this format. You just look at this form. This is the format of latest CBSE board pattern of the 10th class. You will get the question paper in this manner, right? At your 9th level also. Though the nature of the entire question paper, right, is absolutely synonymous with the CBSE board, but all the questions are related to a single chapter, isn't it? That's what would always be the objective for maths and science respectively. The next topic which I am going to take in maths is the polynomial. In polynomial also, I created the test paper of the polynomial, right, in the form of MIQ, which you need to practice. So there is always be around 38 to 40 questions in every DPP or MIQ related to chapter wise, and hence after 2.5 months you be able to get 20 of maths and 20 of science respectively, and hence, right, along with the 20 complete syllabus test, a total of 60, right, MIQs would be available to you, right? That accumulates to around 2400 to 2500 questions in writing. आपके हाथ से निकल जाएंगे वो. जब इतनी अच्छी प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी, you will be able to cover the school examination 15 to even 30 minutes prior the scheduled time, and that is my objective. Isn't it you somewhere feel today that there were some questions with the answer of which I didn't know? ऐसे क्वेश्चन थे ना इसके अंदर, right? See, getting 72 out of 80, right, would always be easy for a sincere child. But getting 78 plus out of 80, even 75 plus out of 80 needs vigorous writing practice. And a lot of questions should be known to you in terms of their respective answers. Right? तब जाकर टॉपिक प्रिपेयर होता है बेटा. So this crash course is generally meant for those students who are sincere, dedicated, and have interest in studies. Any child who don't know what do you mean by gravitation has no use of joining it. I have abundance of inquiry related to the 9th class crash course these days. But I told there are many students who are now opting for the chapter wise study because they don't have any idea about most of the prominent chapter like structure of atom and molecules, even the work energy power. So how will it be possible for them? But they are attending the class in terms of the video session now. And that is my objective, is to make every child strong in terms of the concept of every chapter and then followed by the questions related to the same. तो कमांड आपके हाथ में आएगा. योर ऑब्जेक्टिव इज टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. आई गारंटी यू वन थिंग, if you have the detailed conceptual knowledge about the 9th and 10th respectively, then you are now prepared to eligible yourself for IIT, even NEET, or even the CSCP like commerce field also, or any sort of entrance examination. तुम टफ से टफ क्वेश्चन को भी कर पाओगे, राइट? तो जो हमने यहाँ डिस्कस किया है उसको कल रात तक खत्म करेंगे और एक पेज लेंगे. आप प्लीज ध्यान से सुनिएगा, दिया आप भी. उस पर आप लिखेंगे, यस सर, आई हैव कंप्लीटेड द ग्रेविटेशन एंड आई एम वेरी मच श्योर दैट आई डोंट हैव एनी डाउट एंड आई एम वेरी मच क्लियर लॉजिकली विद द आंसर ऑफ एवरी क्वेश्चन. साइन करोगे और उसका PDF अपलोड करोगे उस ऐप के ऊपर जिसका लिंक आपको आज दे दिया गया है. असाइनमेंट में है ना, असाइनमेंट के अंदर आप इसे अपलोड करोगे. और जो मैंने अभी डिस्कस किया है ये असाइनमेंट में भी मिलेगा आपको, का सॉल्यूशन सेट भी मिलेगा और क्लास नोट्स भी मिल जाएंगे, राइट? सो इन दैट वे माय ऑब्जेक्टिव इज टू टेक एवरी चैप्टर, एवरी प्रोमिनेंट चैप्टर इन टर्म्स ऑफ द कॉन्सेप्चुअल एंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस एज वेल.
टेस्ट का जो
कंप्लीट सिलेबस टेस्ट right from the very first chapter to the last one. Let me see that how many of you are capable of getting the answers of most of the questions correct. So the very first test, see what I have seen for the last many years, that the child who attempted the very first test, complete syllabus test, generally may have around 62, 64 out of 80. But by the time attended the 10th test paper, got the performance of around 76 plus. And the same happens in the board level as well. Right? And that is my objective with you also. ठीक है? So cooperate करोगे ना?
Yes, sir.
सी टीचिंग इज वेरी वेरी इजी. जब मैं आपको पढ़ाना कितना आसान है, देखो मैंने कितने स्टूडेंट सामने बैठे हों, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, 500 आल्सो. टीचिंग इज वेरी इजी. You can take a class of 1.5 hours to 2 hours. It's very easy. But just imagine to prepare a test like that, along with its solution, through the editing of the same, and checking the answer sheet as well. Right? It's a teamwork. Every test amounts to 6 to 8 hours. A team job. Please listen, one most important aspect. While putting up the answer of the maths test, the very first complete syllabus test, दिया आप ध्यान से सुनना.
Yes, sir. Sunday.
MCQ questions, assertion reasoning based questions, and case study based questions should be given in terms of their respective answers, should be given in a separate sheet. All subjective questions of 2 marks, 3 marks and 5 marks respectively should be on another sheets. Why is it so? Because all MCQs would be checked by some other person. I'm not going to check the MCQs. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
हम उनको सॉल्यूशन प्रोवाइड कर देंगे, उनको सिलेबस सब्जेक्ट आता हो या ना आता हो वो चेक कर देंगे, भाई फर्स्ट का ए है, सेकंड का बी है. इजी है सबके लिए, मेरा काम आसान होता है उससे. राइट?
Yes.
But I am going to look after the, along with the Kapil sir of biology, will look after the biology as science is concerned. साइंस के बारे में जब साइंस आ गया तब बताऊंगा. तो
Yes.
मैथ 2 मार्क्स, 3 मार्क्स एंड 5 मार्क क्वेश्चंस की आंसर शीट मैं चेक करूंगा. Right? So the whole objective of the examination, right, is to assess your weak areas. कौन से क्वेश्चंस गलत हो रहे हैं, क्यों गलत हो रहे हैं, क्या क्वेश्चन ही ऐसा था जो मैंने कभी पढ़ाया ही नहीं. Then the ball is in my court. यानी कि मेरी ड्यूटी है उसको एक्सप्लेन करना. If you are getting the wrong answer of a question which I already taught to you, that means the ball is in your court now. तुमने प्रिपेयर नहीं किया. राइट? टेस्ट को हमें टेस्ट के तरीके से नहीं दे देना. हमें टेस्ट देने के बाद, आंसर शीट मिलने के बाद ये देखना है कि सपोज आई गॉट 70 आउट ऑफ 80, तो वेयर आई मेड ए मिस्टेक ड्यू टू विच आई लॉस्ट 10 मार्क्स. वो 10 मार्क्स मेरे कहाँ कटे हैं, मेरा फोकस वहां होना चाहिए. जनरली स्टूडेंट्स का फोकस इस बात पर होता है कि मैंने क्या ठीक किया है. नहीं, तुमने क्या गलत किया है, तुम्हारा फोकस वहां होना चाहिए. फिर उसमें तुम्हें देखना चाहिए कि भाई इसका आंसर मेरा गलत क्यों आया, वो क्यों पता होना जरूरी. WHY पता होना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि आने वाले समय में आपको नॉलेज भी लेनी है, आपको आंसर्स भी सही पुट करने हैं, और उसके साथ साथ स्पीड भी ड्रास्टिकली इंक्रीज करनी है. क्योंकि 12th के बाद आप सबके इवन BA जैसे कोर्स के भी एंट्रेंस टेस्ट होंगे. यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट द एडमिशन द बिहाफ ऑफ द 10th and 12th CBSE मार्कशीट. But I tell you one thing, the biggest examination of India is known as CAT, Common Admission Test, through which students get the admission in Indian Institute of Management. And in that part, around 27 to 32% weightage is given to the 10th and 12th class CBSE board marksheet. The examination is in fact far superior than even the UPSC. As for the IAS exam is concerned, the toughest one. वहाँ 10th and 12th के मार्क्स की वैल्यू है, तो यू कैन वेल इमेजिन कि 10th and 12th की परफॉर्मेंस भी बेहतरीन होनी चाहिए. क्योंकि IAM से जो करता है तो क्वाइट ऑब्वियस है, उसका जो जॉब का CTC बनता है वो लगभग 60 से 80 लाख रुपए करीब बनता है. एक सबको आपको एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट और अच्छी खबर देनी है, दैट माई सन गॉट द Kapil sir, right, has got a job, the CTC of 58 lakh rupees in a year. Approximately 6 lakhs rupees, 5.5 to 6 lakhs rupees, right, per month, right, which he need to join from the 15th of December. Currently, he is on his peak of around 20 lakh rupees in a year. Got through the organization in terms of its written test. That's what I want to see in yourself. It is the education only that can make you billionaire.
Yes.
No other business can be compared with education. Don't waste your time in looking after Facebook, WhatsApp, and something of that sort which has nothing to do with the improvement of your life. Do say, watch motivational videos, watch the videos of those persons who are absolutely successful in life. Right?
Yes.
अगर आगे बढ़ना है और वाइट में ईमानदारी से लाखों करोड़ों रुपए कमाने हैं, अभी मैं उनका आपको वो दिखाऊंगा क्लास होने के बाद मैथ की, उनको क्या पैकेज मिला है। तो इस एज के अंदर है तो 10 साल के बाद कहाँ होंगे? सेम आप सबके साथ होना चाहिए ना। मेरे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट आज टॉप लेवल पर है और ये एजुकेशन के थ्रू ही है। एजुकेशन इज सच एन इमेंस अमाउंट ऑफ पावर। तो प्लीज़ अपने टाइम का यूज़ करो, सब चीज़ें बारीकी से समझो। कैरियर का सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट साल है 9th, फिर 10th। जो 9th 10th मजबूत हो गई आपकी, 11th 12th एफर्टलेस हो जाएगी, क्योंकि आपका ब्रेन उस लेवल तक डेवलप हो चुका होगा। राइट? एमसीक्यू टेस्ट इसलिए लिए जाते हैं बिकॉज 14 to 15 लाख लोग जो है बच्चे जो है एग्जाम में बैठते हैं, आईआईटी या नीट में तो 22 लाख तक बैठते हैं। सब्जेक्टिव आंसर शीट्स आर नॉट पॉसिबल टू चेक, लाखों टीचर चाहिए। तो उस केस के अंदर, लेकिन जैसे द मोमेंट यू गेट द एडमिशन इन एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग, मेडिकल और नॉन साइंटिफिक ब्रांच एज फार एज द डिफरेंट अंडर ग्रेजुएट कोर्सेज आर कंसर्न, एक भी क्वेश्चन आपका एमसीक्यू बेस्ड नहीं आता। सभी टेस्ट 8 सेमेस्टर अगर इंजीनियरिंग के या मेडिकल के 10-12 सेमेस्टर है, एवरी सेमेस्टर इज सब्जेक्टेड टू ए प्योर सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन पेपर where each question amounts to right from 5 to 18 marks, the answer of which requires at least the filling of 5 to 6 pages. So subjective has an immense amount of importance, right? तो आप सब कल रात तक कंप्लीट कर लेंगे इसे। इफ यू कंप्लीट इट, ऑब्वियसली यू विल गेट बेस्ट ऑफ द परफॉर्मेंस एज फार दिस चैप्टर इज कंसर्न। ठीक है बेटा, एग्जैक्ट 5 मिनट्स के बाद हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। आई एम टेकिंग ए 5 minutes break. You are not supposed to leave the same one. You just be in the class itself, right?
Yes, sir.
After 5 minutes, we will start the math session.
मैथ्स में वो सर
हाँ बेटा,
सर मैथ्स में क्वेश्चन बता देना। सर्कल में एक ट्रायंगल से
बेटे
आइसोसेलेस
एक मिनट। हाँ, वो 2 marks, 3 marks, everything. Confirm?
Yes.
Can I take the test?
Sir,
हाँ बेटा,
which chapter are we doing in maths?
polynomial बेटा.
Yes,
The
sir.
very first polynomial is one of the prominent chapter because in the 10th class also the second chapter is named as polynomial. Okay?
Yes, sir.
आप देख लेना अगर उसका हो सके। दूसरा मैं ये कह रहा था, वो आपने जेरोक्स निकलवा ली 10th क्लास का, मैंने बोला हैं? हाँ, बोल दो ना कपिल, बोल दो, मैं निकाल दूँ जेरोक्स से। आपने कहा
10th की मैं निकालता हूँ।
10th में, हाँ
I'm very happy.